Theresa May claimed the alternative to Chequers was a Brexit no deal. During BBC Panorama, Inside Number 10, Deal or No Deal, Mrs May has been under pressure from MPs within her own party to chuck Chequers, with some MPs claiming the agreement does not deliver what the British people voted for. Leading Brexit supporter Jacob Rees-Mogg told the BBC the government would be foolish to place a Chequers-based agreement with the EU in front of MPs in Parliament as that they would find the deal had very little support. He said, "This is the sort of dirty hairy option. It's come on punk, make my day. How many shots have been fired? If you make the wrong choice, consequences could be unpleasant." BBC presenter Nick Robinson asked the Prime Minister about Mr Rees-Mogg's remarks before Theresa May explained the alternative to Chequers was a Brexit no deal. She said, "Look, every member of Parliament, when it comes to that vote, I am sure they will recognise the significance of that vote. Do we really think that if the European Union had been through this negotiation and get to point that we have agreed a deal, that Parliament was to say, no, go back and get a better one? Do we really think the European Union is going to give a better deal at that point?" The BBC host pressed the Prime Minister, asking whether she was saying it is my deal or no deal. "I think that the alternative to that will be having no deal," Theresa May. Mrs May said, "I think that the alternative to that will be having no deal. I don't think the negotiations would have that deal. And B, we are leaving on the 29th of March 2019. Labour's shadow Brexit Secretary Keir Starmer claimed if Mrs May's Brexit agreement was defeated, then the question should go back to the electorate. He said, "If the deal doesn't carry, if she doesn't actually have the confidence of Parliament, or she can't even reach an agreement, we will be staring at no deal. That can't be allowed to happen. In those circumstances, all options should on the table. And one of those has to be the ability to put the question back to the electorate." Brexit news. Theresa May claimed if Chequers was voted down, the other option is no deal. Image, BBC. On Sunday, Environment Secretary Michael Gove's suggestion the Prime Minister's controversial Chequers agreement was not permanent. He said, "No, I think it's the right answer. A future Prime Minister could always choose to alter the relationship between Britain and the European Union, but the Chequers approach is the right one for now." During the BBC Panorama, which aired on Monday evening, the Prime Minister also claimed that the bloody difficult woman is still there. She went on, "There's a difference between those who think you can only be bloody difficult in public, and those who think actually you bide your time, and you're bloody difficult when the time is right, and when it really matters." She added, "We are in a negotiation. We are going to be sitting down. We're going to be looking at this plan. I have been very clear, those issues of which are absolutely non-negotiable, an end to free movement, non-negotiable. An end to the jurisdiction of the European Union, non-negotiable. An end to sending vast sums of money to the European Union every year, non-negotiable." Mrs May's Chequers plan has received criticism from former Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson, who resigned over the plan in July. Downing Street has reiterated there is no alternative plan to the Chequers deal.